It's August the 30th, 10:19 a.m. Take four. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you guys a little life update. So what I have learned that is that okay, I got my degree in business management, right? That's why I went to school. And so let me kind of like break it down. I graduated in 2018. I took a gap year, and so 2019 came. I enrolled. I got into summer school, and then I finished out a year and a half. 2020, I graduated. In 2019, I got into college and I got my very first job. And then in 2020, I graduated that December, and then I quit my job 2021, January the 30th, 1st, 2021, right before my 21st birthday. I took 2 years off, so 2021, wait, 2021 to, yeah, 2021, 2022, 2022, 2023. And then that May, I got into summer school. So I went to a university, and so I decided to finish my degree. So a year and a half, because I did do summer school both times in 2023 and 2024. They allowed me to graduate in a year and a half. And so I graduated recently in 2024, December, with my bachelor's degree in business management. And so now it's August 2025, and I'm probably going to have to go back to school. Now, I'm not going to go to a traditional school. I'm going to try my best to get into a certificate program because one, I got my degree in business management. I did not expect to still be living in this small town. I really expected to move and go to the city so that my degree could be utilized. But because I'm still here, I have to be realistic. Now, I woke up. I'm finally woke. Well, I'm back woke. Nothing is around me besides like healthcare or teaching or like prisons and jails. I don't want to work in a prison or jail. Okay. I don't. And then I'm open to like, I really don't want to be a teacher. And I really don't want to work in the healthcare field. But I've worked at McDonald's. Okay. I've done it. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. And I know I don't want another rinky dink job because it sucks. It sucks. The environment sucks. The people are older than you and then they treat you like trash. Then the pay is outrageously horrible. So it's like, okay, so how I'm going to make myself valuable and useful, and how am I going to maximize the skill set that I have, right? And so my skill set is unfortunately not useful in my environment. So now I have to go learn new skills. And so the only thing about that is I don't like the healthcare industry. It seems very daunting and intimidating and like very, very hard. But I gotta have confidence, and I at least have got to try. So I might be going back to school, which is a bummer. So my best advice for anyone, especially if you're young and just really trying to figure out your life, start young. This is where parenting comes in, and why like people put their kids in different sports or instruments in different clubs. So when they're grown, 18, grown, because you're not really grown. Sit down. You're not really grown. Personally, you're not really grown until your brain has fully developed. So 25. So my age. Okay. Granny age. Okay. I've reached granny status. You know what I mean? But anyway, so when you're 18, unless you're a genius and you already graduated early and everything, but even geniuses, like I watched a while back, this young kid, he was like 12 and he's a genius and he got 5 different associate's degrees. And I thought that was so cool because at least when he turns 18, or at least 16, we can really start working or whatever, and then 18, and then definitely by 20, when he really gets out into the world and on his own and do his own thing, he has really diversified his skill set. So, you know how most people go to one track things, maybe 2, he's like diversified his skill set by 5, and he's only 12. So imagine when he's 16 and 18, how many more skills and knowledge he would have. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So that's cool. Even if you aren't a genius, you don't have to be a genius to diversify your skill set. You just have to be someone who is confident and willing to try and retain the information, not just memorize it, but retain it and become one of the best to ever do it. And so I'm in this mode of, well, now teacher, you didn't tap into none of your talents, your natural talents when you were young, and now you're 25 and you're still having to start back over. But it happens to the best of us. So this is why I'm telling any parents that got little ones, start young. Okay, start young with them. Embrace them. I'm looking for a word. What is it? Invest in your children while they're young. So when they're older, they know they have many directions they can go down. And it's not just the one trick wonder. You know what I mean? They're able to be diversified. But don't force them to do things that you like. Encourage them and invest in the things that they actually enjoy. And so that way, hey, when they get older, they're not miserable and sad. Okay. So yeah, I'm still like, so now that I realize I'm just surrounded by like teaching, prisons and jails, and then like the healthcare industry, I'm gonna have to go back to school. So I think I'm gonna go back to a trade school to get like a certificate or something. And so hopefully that helps me in the job market. But yeah, so I'm still trying to get a job. Yep, because YouTube has been very slow. I have yet to get there. So that's my little spiel or whatever. It's okay to start over, I guess. I'm 25 and here I am starting back over again and again and again. I'm tired of starting over. I just want to get started, but I now have a solution to the problem. Now, will this solution pay off? Only time will tell. Now, the reason I even created this video was because Rachel Smith 7688, hey girl, I love your comments. When you comment, you say the most heartfelt things ever, and it means the world. And I hope that your life is going well as well. And I just pray that you're doing well. And if you have a bad day or a sad day or even a sad week, that hopefully you come out of it 10 times stronger and better. And I just pray that my content brings you joy and happiness as well, as much as your comments bring me joy and happiness. So girl, you said it should happen to you. You hadn't finished the movie, but Judy Holliday character reminded you of me, right? Her character, you watch her character, it reminded you of me, right? Am I saying that right? Let me know. I think I'm saying that right. But you hadn't finished the movie, but you just couldn't shake the feeling, like you wasn't supposed to. You couldn't shake the feeling that you're supposed to recommend this to me. So I actually just finished the movie this morning, and I will say I do see some similarities, and I really did enjoy the movie. And I'm gonna break it down, the movie and my thoughts on it. But right before we get into that, Rachel, I'm 25, girl. I'm 25, girl. I'm 25. So can you let me know, like, your age? Because I would hate to be talking to someone and they're not grown. You know, I think based off how you're talking, you are grown. You're at least over 16. I think you're at least in your 20s. I hope. But can you give me your exact age? Or you can give me an age range like 25 to 30. Or it could be like 25 plus. Girl, I'm over 25. You talking to a grown woman. Okay. If you wouldn't mind, just so I can know I'm talking to another adult, you know what I'm saying? But if you're under 25, that's cool too. But hopefully you're at least 16. You know, you're not like 12. But if you are, I just want to know. Okay. So yeah, your age, exact age, or age range, or you could just say 25 plus. Let me know if you feel comfortable. Okay. So you recommended this movie, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to give you my thoughts. It Should Happen to You, featuring Julie Holliday. So it was in 1954. It's a black and white movie. I don't watch black and white movies. I like colored movies. That's all I know. But this black and white movie, I decided to watch it because Rachel always leaves amazing comments, and I decided, you know, why not? Let's just watch it. And it turned out to be an amazing movie. I actually really liked it. I'm just trying to Google it. Okay. Well, I screenshot it. It Should Happen to You. Yeah, so it came out in 1954. It's a comedy / romance. It's an hour and 27 minutes. It's a 7.2 out of 10 by IMDb. And then Rotten Tomatoes gave it 100%. And then 3.65 out of 5 from Letterboxd. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And I'm going to explain. So I can resonate with her. What's her character? Okay. What is her character's name? Oh, I should know it because it was plastered all over it. Gladys Glover. Let me make sure that's her character name. Gladys Glover, right? I think so. I just watched the movie. I literally just watched it. Yes, Gladys Glover. So I can resonate with her in terms of just having a dream and wanting to be successful and wanting to be validated in that. Now, I'm not necessarily wanting fame and everybody to know my name and go crazy for me or nothing like that. That's not what I want. But I do want to be successful in this YouTube space or whatever I set out to do. And I would like to have monetary gain to match my energy because, hey, that's like another form of success, being able to get paid well for what you actually enjoy doing. And so putting yourself out there, she put herself out there, and she didn't give up on her dream, and she kept going, and you know, it worked out. And so in that aspect, I definitely agree. I have a dream. I am putting myself out there, and we shall see if it amounts to anything. Right now, questionable. But hey, I'm still out here. I'm still posting content, and I'm still doing what I love to do. So in that aspect, I really do like that part where she had a dream, she kept going, and she made it happen. So she achieved her dream basically, and along the way, it was because she met she met this guy, Peter Shepherd, in the park, right? And that sparked her interest. She saw this empty sign. She decided, hey, let me take the money I have saved. I'm going to invest in myself. I just want my name there. But this big shot company owner of soap was like, well, fighting her for it. And so ended up coming out. She got a deal. She got her name plastered on 6 different, I guess you would call them billboard signs, right? And different locations. And he got the big one he wanted, right? And so it was just her. She became big. She came to a department store, and then the lady was like, I wonder who is Gladys Glover. I wonder who she is. And she was like, oh, that's me. And everybody was going crazy for her autograph. She got to be on the TV show. And then he became her manager, got her many bookings and things. But towards the end of it, she was just like, I've been a lot of things, but a deceiver, a liar, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? And so she did the campaign because she, agreed to it, whatever. She finished it, and then she did another campaign and finished it. But she left because, that's not at her core what she wanted. She wanted to stand for something. She wanted to be meaningful. And I think, at the end of the movie, she got with Peter. The other guy, I don't remember his name. Oh, I think it's Evan Adams III. Yeah, that's his name, Evan Adams III. He's the other douche. He's a douche. Both Peter and Evan are douches, okay? Evan was a complete douche because, the typical rich guy, I give you a chance, I give you a little something, and they think you're supposed to sleep with him. Sir, no. And so, no, they just have that entitlement about them because I got money. All that, whatever. I'm not wasting more time. He's a douche. A complete douche. 0. Now, Peter Shepherd is a douche because I feel like towards the end of the movie, she ended up leaving the industry and marrying Peter, and they lived, I guess, happily ever after. But she saw a sign, and he was like, what are you looking at? And she was like, nothing at all. And then the movie, ended or whatever. But I don't like that because here's the thing. It's nothing wrong with her wanting to be famous or be known. It only becomes a problem, like, again, when she felt like she was doing something degrading and that went against her morals. And, to that aspect, I totally agree. And we shouldn't do things that we feel demoralized or our morals or our character, something that we're not really truly proud of. And I agree. Don't do things like that. But it's nothing wrong with wanting to be famous or be seen and be known or, to feel like important, right? But you're not going to get that validation from people because people come and go all day. You know what I'm saying? You're going to only get that validation from yourself. And so I understood, like, at the end, she recited what Peter had told her at first, and she didn't get it. But towards the end, she got what he was saying. But it's like, it's okay. Let me see if I can Google exactly what he said. Oh, okay. Let's see. But at the end of the day, like, it was nothing wrong, in my opinion, with her dream. It just became a problem when it became degrading, and also she ignored everything and everyone. and she was only being like a narcissist, right? And so then, yeah, it becomes a problem. But if you can do and follow your path without becoming a narcissist and without doing things that are super degrading and demeaning, then by all means, follow your dreams, hopes, goals, and wishes. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, overall, the movie was really, really great. It's a 4 out of 5 for me, because I do still feel like she's giving up a part of herself to be his wife and everything. Because he also said in the movie, like, I wasn't mad at your dream. I was mad at that you let the dream overconsume you, and then I became non-existent. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. Nobody wants to be with somebody and not seen and heard and valued and respected. So I got his point. But, you know, for her to just totally like this. And true enough, she lived her dream, right? She did it. She accomplished it. And it's just, she was like, this ain't really what I want. I really want the man that I love, right? That's fine. But I feel like she could have still going after her dream, just in a different manner, right? And where it's still respectful to herself and to her partner, you know? But anyway, it was good. It was really, really good overall. I liked it. Okay, because he was like, what most real people want is privacy, which he believes is the best thing anybody can have. And Gladys, like, that reference right there, finally understood that towards the end of the movie. And so, yeah. But yeah, that, I'm not going to keep repeating myself over. You got my dress. You know how I feel. It's a great recommendation. And thanks, Rachel, for leaving that comment, because it's a really great movie and I've never heard of it. So yeah, I loved it. Great. And yeah, so that was the whole point of this video, honestly. So y'all feel free to leave comments, topics you want me to talk about, questions you want me to answer, movie you want me to watch, review, any of that. Feel free to leave it in the comment section below, as long as it is respectful. Okay. And yeah, if it's criticism, leave constructive, respectful criticism. Okay. Overall, just keep it all respectful, light, airy, and fun. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.